Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is almost 10 o'clock, and I just need a little stuff to lubricate the lips because they're dry. Anyway, it is yet another day in Franklin, Mass., just like Seattle, Washington. Well, maybe not, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. That's bad of me to say that. Anyway, we're going to start. Yay. Okay, Jen, are you following me right now? Yay. All right, it's almost 10, so we're going to start in a moment. Oh, I've got an extra stamp set there. Stamp there. Yeah, it's raining. It's off and on. It's been like that all week. I apologize for the messy hair. I'm going to get my hair done at noontime, so that's good news. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Good morning, everybody. Oh, look at that. I just found a pearl. It's kind of like glitter and dimensional backings. They're all over the place. Good morning, Jan. Thank you so much for the winky hint. Oh, hey, Beth. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to try that. I think that's amazing. I've never heard that before. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put alcohol in it, I think. And I think, I don't know why I'm just going to try it. Anyway, all right, let's get started. So let me show you what we're going to do here today. Here is my Father's Day card that I made. And this was quick, easy. I love it. And I did put out a note in my newsletter that if anybody wanted other options, because fathers, there are a lot of fathers who are into golfing and race car driving and swimming and bicycling and everything. But I found my car stamp set and I found my bicycle stamp set, so we can do those. I'm still looking for my fisherman set. I don't know where it is. Anyway, but this is the one I'm going to show you today. Easy, easy, easy. So let me just move this aside. And I'm going to bring in all the stuff that we need. We're going to use pecan pie as the base, which is one of my new favorite colors because, I'm always changing. Yeah, let's see. All right, so there it is. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored, blah, blah, blah. It's already, you know how we do this. And there is my nice crisp fold. All right, wait a minute. Let me bring it down. That's much better. Now, the next thing I did was I took a piece of basic white cardstock and I took a piece of the Woven Textures designer paper. I love this paper. I absolutely love it. I love what Winky Hint. Oh, wait a minute. You sent me the Winky Hint, Jan, where you take the crystallized enamel effects and put it into the Wink of Stella container when it's dry, and you add water and shake it up. I swear it came to me this morning in a message from you. Oh, see, voodoo. Anyway. Yeah, I'll look it up. By the way, did you find out what the thing was that I was supposed to send you last week? Talk about brain, having issues. Anyway, so this is Woven Textures. Lots of beautiful patterns in this set of designer paper. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to it. And I'm going to put it on my basic white. Or maybe it was from Beth. Maybe that message was from Beth. I don't know. Now I have to go back and look. All right, here we go. So I'm going to put this on equidistant, north, south, east, west, because otherwise my OCD would kick in if I didn't get it right. All right, so there's that. And now I'm going to attach it to the base of my card, like this. And let's see, bring this in. And I love pecan pie. Actually, I don't like pecan pie to eat. Okay, now you see, there is a little bit of trickiness right here that I'm going to fix. This is about a 1/16 of an inch wider on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little 6-inch cutter and I'm going to trim a little bit of this off. I didn't even see. Now this is a little tricky only because I've got adhesive on here, but there are no mistakes in Stampin' Up! And we can always finagle the bagel. So let me just see if I can bring this in and very gently, just gently take a little bit off. And then I'm just going to use my little bone folder here to get it free from the plastic brace. That's much better. Well, no, I'm not actually. I'm going to take a little bit off the top. See, I'm always a work in progress here. All right. Now I might have to go to the other side and fix this because now this side might be too thin. Yes, it is. It is. So, all right. So let me bring this in just a smidge. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Sorry about that, but you know, this would drive me nuts. So there's that. Okay, now this one I'm going to bring in this way. It's really, you know, it really would bother me. I'm not being silly. It really would bother me if this was not exact, or almost as exact as one can be as a homemade. There, that's going to be better. Oh, that's much, much, much better. And I'm totally fine with the top. You sent that ages ago? I don't, really? I think I just got it this morning. That is weird. That's just totally weird. But we'll not talk about weirdness because we don't want to jinx anything. There. Okay, now, okay, moving right along. Let me add just a little bit more adhesive here because I did, after all, put it on my 6-inch cutter, and I'm sure some of the adhesive got caught on that. I'll have to clean that with my Goo Gone later on. That's a recipe that I got on Pinterest, how to make your own Goo Gone. So that's an easy recipe. All right, so here is this. That's much better. I'm a happy camper now. And I'm fine with the top and the bottom being a little bit wider than the sides. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take a piece of basic white cardstock. I'm going to take the image of the person sitting in the beach chair with my stays on. No, I don't want stays on. I want memento. Where did my memento ink? Where did that go? What the heck? Heavens to Betsy. Wait a minute. It's on the other table. Let me go get it. I can't. Ha! Hold on. All right, I'm back. All right, here we go. A little bit of memento, a little bit of ink. Ink this up, bring this up here, and I'm going to stamp it. I'm just going to stamp it about, yeah, like that. Lovely, 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 lovely. Now the coloring. Here we go. Love to color. You know how that goes. Oh, jeepers, I just got ink on me. What a concept. So, is everybody having a fun weekend? I have a busy weekend. I'm not so sure it's fun, but part of it will be fun. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is start to color. I'm going to color these pants green, Old Olive. Hey, Jen, thank you for popping on. Are you still in Maine with the pugs, with my little puglets? Yes, I bet you are. There we go. There's the pants. And this color. I just love to color. God, I love to color. And I really do have trouble talking and coloring at the same time. I think it's because I just have to be really, really careful and you know, whatever. But anyway, all right, that's done. Now, the next thing is I'm going to color legs. Nope, you're in Acton. Okie dokie. All right, this. Yeah, I'm having my hair cut at noon, and then I have an orthopedic appointment. I've got this stupid pain in one of my knees. Which one? My left knee that it was, well, both knees have been replaced, but I don't get it. So we're going to go see what that's all about. And then tomorrow is going to be the celebration of life for my dear friend Kathy Darcy. And next week I'll tell you all about it. I'm sure it's going to be a magnificent service. Anyway, coloring right along. Okay, so the arms and legs and chin are colored. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chair, and I'm going to use Light Pebbled Path, and we're going to color this in like this, like that, and like this. I like to go in one direction with my brushes. I know some people use them like, you know, coloring tools back and forth and everything, but I do it this way. I think, at least for me, because I'm, you know, kind of I don't have a lot of finesse here. So I just don't want to break my bristles down any more than they need to be broken down. So I think if I go in one direction, you know, not back and forth like with crayons, with my Crayola crayons. When I have the littles over to color with me, to do crafts, we're helter-skelter however we do it. All right, there's that. Now I'm going to do the hat. Hat's going to be in light Tahitian Tide. I like this color. So there's that. One direction. There we go. Oh, I love to color. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the top of the chair. Did you notice that right up here? I forgot to do this part up right up here. Yes, Jen. Yeah. Little love for Kathy. All right. There we go. And this. And that. I know it's boring watching me color, but it's kind of peaceful for me. All right. Now I'm going to take Pecan Pie and I'm going to color his t-shirt or her t-shirt, whoever this person is. She, her, him, they, whatever pronouns they want to use. I never figure that out, so I just use them all. I'm all of them, whatever. I just embrace them all. Okay, so there's that. Last week, I went to the Pride Fair, the Pride Parade in Northampton, Mass. with my daughter teaches at Smith College, and so her classroom, she teaches in the campus school, so they had a big banner, and they had a lot of people from their school. I mean, it was packed. This parade was packed, and it was so much fun. We all dressed up and wore, different colored hats and ribbons and everything, and bows in our hair, and we had a lot of fun. It was hot. It was 86 degrees. I thought it was going to melt, and the parade was probably maybe a mile and a half. So I was actually melting, but it was all good. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is take my dauber and some Pool Party, and I'm going to put a little bit of water in on the bottom here. I'm just going to start on my grid paper and just kind of bring it in like this. There we go. Just a little bit like that. Just to make it look like his feet are just touching the ocean or the lake, wherever, her, him, it, whatever, like that. Maybe a little bit more color, just a little bit more color here. It always amazes me that people can come up with these designs. Maybe in my next life, besides being a dog, I might be a Burmese mountain dog. Or I'm a Great Dane. I think I want to be a Great Dane or a Rottweiler. Okay, so that's done. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sun in, and I'm going to use some crushed curry for that. Little crushed curry right up here in the corner, like that. Lovely. That's a lovely bright sun. And then the next thing I shall do is take my little message in Pecan Pie. This says Happy Father's Day. And I'm just going to stamp that right there, like that. Lovely. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I have to add some birds because you don't want to be, you know what? Maybe I could be maybe I could be a pug and a big dog. Yeah, I could do that. They could split me up into two sections. Because I'm sure that where I'm going, we're going to have that kind of flexibility, don't you think? Well, I'm hoping anyway. There, some birds. Absolutely. I'm going to be both that. All right, so there is that. Now, of course, I have to get my Winky out. Now, this Winky is a full Winky, so I'm not worried so much about replenishing it. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to do the sun. Oh, I forgot to put some birds here over the sun, so I will do that too. But look at how pretty that Winky. Winky is just such a nice addition. Just a nice addition. I love it. All right, so then the hat's going to get done because this is going to be a chintz hat. It's going to be made out of chintz. And, chintz is a material that's got a little bit of shine to it. And then I'm going to do the chair because this is also going to be like sunbrella material in my head. Sunbrella is a really nice outdoor. Someday I'm going to afford some nice outdoor furniture with sunbrella fabric because I think it's beautiful. And it really does hold up. I have friends who have it, and it's gorgeous. So there is that. Lovely. Look at how cute that is. Now, let me just come back and add some more birds over the sun. All right. And I'm going to do it like this. And because there are 4 there, that's annoying me. I'm going to add some more right here. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Whew. I didn't like the 4. It had to be an odd number. So it's an odd number. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, Well, we'll pretend it's an odd number, but the placement looks better. All right, so now the next thing I shall do is I'm going to take a piece of the pecan pie, and we're going to mount this on the pecan pie. So allow me to put my little silicone pad here. I love my silicone pad. I love all our tools. And see the value of always coloring with your alcohol markers before you put it on your paper, because it does bleed through, but that's okay. It's supposed to, because it's got alcohol in it. All right, now we're going to put this on. Again, east, west, north, and south makes me a happy camper. Oops, whoops, whoops, whoops. Just a tad. The north-south wasn't correct. Wasn't right. It wasn't right. That's a combination of right and correct. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Some dimensionals, and I'm going to put 5 on. Yeah, I think I'm going to be split in 2. I'll be a big dog and a pug, and we're going to be born about the same time, so we'll grow up together. And I don't even care what color I am, because I know I'm going to be damn cute, because pugs are damn cute. And then the Great Dane is just going to be a wonderful dog. All right, here we go. Here is my cover, and I'm going to put this on like this. How easy is this? This is just an easy kind of generic card for the dad who likes to sit in the sun and read. Okay, so there's that. Now the inside, for the inside, I'm going to take another piece of basic white. I'm also going to take a piece of the designer paper, and this is going to go on the bottom, because you know I don't like to waste paper. And when you use this designer paper, you do have lots of scraps left over. So this is a great way to use them up. Wait a minute, let me bring this up so you can see what I'm doing here. This is a 1/2 inch by 4. So this is going to go on just like that. Of course, everybody knows how to do that. And then I'm just going to check on the other side to make sure. Okay, so there's a little tiny piece that needs to be snipped off. So allow me to get my snippolas, which are hiding. Where did they go? That's the weird thing. All right, you know what? I'm going to use these scissors, but I can't find my snips. That's crazy. All right, that's coming off. All right, and then I'm also going to use the message that says, a good dad, being a good dad starts with being a good man. Isn't that a nice saying? Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for popping on. All right, here's this. And I'm just going to stamp this right in the middle, like that. And there is my inside. So, allow me to put some adhesive on this. Oops, we're out of adhesive on that. Let's use some from this one. And now, this is going to go on the inside like this. Here we go. Perfect. Look at that. Gosh, it makes me happy when it works out well. Now, did you see there was a little bit of frizz? I don't know if you can see this or not. A little bit of frizz right here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to take my nail and run it on the top of that. And that's going to take that right off. Look at that. Just the little tricky things that you get. Anyway, okay, there is that. And now my envelope, what I'm going to do for my envelope is I'm going to take my envelope with my pecan pie, and I am going to stamp Happy Father's Day 3 places like that. That's the front. And then on the back, one right here. There we go. Talk about easy card. This was a wicked, 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 easy and fast card. And I think it's really a cute card for Father's Day. So this is my generic card. Now, as I said before, I have my my Fun on Wheels stamp set with the bicycles. I also have the ones with the garage. I forget what it's called. Garage something with the cars. So if anybody wants that, we can do that as well. So here is this card for next week, Monday and Tuesday. And if you have other requests, please let me know. So that is it for this week. I don't think I have anything else to share. Next week, I will show you a book that we have, Cindy and I have made a book for Mrs. Darcy's celebration of life, and I'll show it to you. I think it came out lovely, and I'll explain a little bit about that next week. But anyway, I hope you have a great weekend, a great rest of today. I hope the sun shines in your neck of the woods. I'm glad we've got the rain because we need it. So that is it for today, my friends. I truly appreciate your support. I will see you next week. Have a good one.